We were here last week and we started working on He Knows My Name, which will be really cool because we got as far as the first verse and the chorus. So what we have left tonight to work on is the second verse. Okay. So we talked about, do you guys remember this one? So I have a maker and we decided that we'll sign it. So God, He, or you can do He this way, whatever your preference, make me. And then He formed my heart, so we decided it would be heart made. And then before even time began, so before time, we talked about, this is like the concept of time altogether, not like what time is it, time on your watch, but like the whole entire concept of time. This is time this way with the T. And then long ago, or was there a different version of long ago? There's a couple versions. I don't know which one we picked.
Or just
I think we went this way. We just did this.
Okay, just going back like that, long ago. Okay? And then my life was in His hands. So we said my life, and then was dear to His heart. Okay. And then for the chorus, then we said, for He Knows My Name, we did He, or you could do He, know my name, and then He knows my every thought. So you guys decided before, what was thinking? Thinking, He, know, finish. Okay? And then He sees each tear that falls, so you guys translated it as suffering, and then crying He foresees. So with the slash we decided one will be on this side, so suffering, and then on this side are crying, He foresees, or predicts, is another way to say that. He sees, He knows ahead of time. And then, and He hears me when I call. So I cry out, so we're turning to the side because we have two things that's how we're going to do it in our class, is just with the slash side. So crying out, and then our request, He pays attention and comprehends or understands. Okay? So that was what you guys had decided for the chorus too. And now on to our second verse. Okay? So now you guys get to put together how you want to go ahead and finish up the song. Okay? So what do you think? So for I have a father. Okay, so in the last one, so for I have a maker, then you translated it, God, He make me. So, for I have a father, what do you want to sign? So you can do have. You can do the sign for like Father God this way. You could say, what else would you say? So you could say I have a father. You could do I have a father and it's him. Or you could do He is my father. Okay, so there's a lot of ways you can do it if you want to use these words, if this gets across your concept. Okay? You could also do something with the same concept but with completely different words. So what do you guys want to do?
relationship.
Oh, relationship. Okay. So, but being a father, that does rely, it does relate to having a relationship. Okay, so you could incorporate that. How would you do that? If you wanted to use like relationship like that. Okay, so we could do father for the relationship this way. Okay, so would you add anything else? Would you say my father? Would you say I have a father? Would you just do father relationship? Would you add another descriptive word? What would you do? You could just do father and then relationship. I'm just asking you, is there anything else that anybody wants to add to that one? Okay, so you could do my father, or like my father, and I have a relationship with him. Okay.
Loving relationship, because relationship could be angry.
Yeah, okay. So you could do my father, so you could do loves me, and we have a relationship. Or you could do my father, relationship, love. So which one do you guys like? How do we want to finalize that? Sign it. Let me see your vote for it. Okay, I have a father. Relationship. Okay, then let's go ahead and do my father, relationship, love. Okay. Okay. Now we have, he calls me his own. What does that mean?
Like
He
a
calls
claim.
me his own. Okay, like a claim. So he has a claim on you. What else?
He used to summon her.
Okay, so you can use summon or call. Okay, so now what does this word call mean? Okay, so we have call like call me on the telephone. So it's probably not talking about that. We have call like summon. He can call me because I'm his. He can call me. Okay, we also have call as in he names me, like Abraham was the friend of God we talked about last week. He was called. He was given the name friend of God. Okay, so he calls me his own. What is his own? Like his child. Yeah, okay, so he calls me his, like, as in his property, what he owns. He bought and paid for us at the cross, so he owns me. But the Bible also tells us that he gives us the right to become children of God. And so he calls me his child. He calls me his. And we just talked about a father, a relationship of love. Okay, so what do you want to say with this line? He calls me his own. How do you want to get across that same exact concept that we get when we hear he calls me his own into our signs? How would you say that? Okay, so he calls me as in like names, like that? Okay, or calls like he calls me because I'm his child. Okay, so he calls me. What do you guys think? Do you want to do calls me this way or like names me? Called me that way? Which one? You like this one better? Okay, so he called me. Okay, so we're using that one for called. Okay, so what are we signing for the rest of it? We have the sign own, like you own something, you possess something. So he owns me, like I own a home, I own a car, I own a dog. Okay, so you can do own this way. You could say have. You could say, if you're going with called me this way, you could do called his child or called his. How would you explain that? What would you say?
We could do call. We could do
So named, like his own, named that I'm owned by him. Named that I'm owned by him. Okay, do you like that by itself? Do you want to add anything else to it? Do you want to put it in a different order? What do you think?
I don't think the own is like kind of rough, like his own child.
Okay, so are we doing he? He, okay, he called me or named me. His own, he owned me, and his child. Okay, so do we like owned and child? No.
Can you do like a special or special?
Like special this way, like this special?
Kinda like
Or
you-
preferred,
you
yeah.
just- yeah.
His special, okay. So we could add in a descriptive word that gets that same concept across. Okay, so he or he called me, so special child.
Yeah.
Okay, so he named me or called me his special child. Okay, so he called me, or we'll do named special child. Is that the way you want to do it? Okay. Okay. He'll never leave me. What do you want to do for he'll never leave me? Okay. Oh, that was an interesting choice. Okay, so he never. Okay, So this is the sign for like escape or run away. So he'll never run away from me or escape me. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. I like that. That's a good way to translate it. Okay. What else could you do for the sign leave? Okay. So leave. Oh yeah, okay, so we could do this one. Like the two of us are walking together and then he just goes off to one side. Okay. What's another way you could do leave? Okay, so you also have the opportunity to use that actual sign, not that you need to or that you should, but you can. So the sign leave, like if I'm going to leave the room, I'm going to leave the class.
Dessert.
So, okay, dessert would be kind of like abandon, and you can go this way. So abandon, deserted. So it's with kind of like a number 4, turn with your fingers pointing to the side and you touch your nose, and you go kind of back and around that way. Abandon or deserted. Okay, so abandon. Forsaken. I think I've seen condemned, usually for forsaken, but it also really has, forsaken has more the connotation of abandoned. So I'd probably, in that case, sign abandon. Yeah. So I would just do abandon that way. Yeah. If you do it, if you just brush your finger across your nose this way, this is like ignore it. Oh, just ignore it. Ignore it. Oh, I'm ignoring it. He's ignoring me. Like that. Whereas if you go kind of like out, and I go like away from me, and like that, then it's abandoned. Okay, so you like the sign being like escaping, like running away, abandoning that way, and you like this one. Okay, so, and do you guys like the sign never? Yeah? Okay, what about this sign he? Do you want to do he never? Okay, so far you have he, never. Okay, what if we turn one way and do like escape? Thank you. And then we turn the other way and do abandon. Okay, do you want to leave it like that, or do you want to add in me?
Yeah,
Do you want to add in us? Add in me. Okay, and you want to do me this way, or me this way? So that one I'll leave up to you for your individual thing. Okay, so you'll do he, never, and we'll just put escape for that one, because you guys know that this is a sign escape, or like, but you know what the concept is that you're going for. So escape, and then put a space, and then put a slash. Good. So escape, and then what was the other one? Abandon. Abandon, and then space me. Perfect. Okay, and then can you move that one and go like one space down. Good job. Okay. So on our last one, the no matter where I go. Okay, so it's finishing up the thought of he'll never leave me no matter where I go. So the fact that he's always going with me. He doesn't abandon me, but also, yeah, okay, so no matter what I do, what else?
Even if I'm lost.
So even if I'm lost, okay, so even if I'm lost, no matter what I'm doing, where I'm going, then he's still going with me. He'll never abandon me. So he'll never leave, but also he'll never just let me walk off by myself either, okay? So you could go, so no matter where I go, so you could say, stalks me. Okay, so maybe he follows me, goes with me like that, so he'd follow. Okay,
Like pursue.
so pursue, you could do like the sign chase we talked about before, chase. Okay, so he'll chase me, okay, or pursue me, or come after me. You could do follow, you could follow that way, or you could do follow this way too, but usually you see this way for follow. Okay, so we have the concept of it doesn't matter, so it doesn't matter. Do you want to use doesn't matter in the song this way? So it doesn't matter? Okay. Okay, so it doesn't matter. What else? So it doesn't matter what I do or where I go. Okay,
What I do.
so it doesn't matter what do I do, my decisions. Okay. Okay, now the other thing is that we have he'll never leave me no matter where I go, and then it ends. So do I want to end it on doesn't matter, what do I do, or decisions? Or do I need to add something to sum up what I'm thinking with that? Or does it already make
He's like
sense?
with me, is that?
So he goes with me. Okay, so you would add a positive to the end of that. Okay, so we have a positive, we explain what the negative is, and then re-explain the positive again. Okay, so, oh, I was looking the wrong side. Nice, you are so good. Okay, so it doesn't matter what I do, and then we're gonna have the slash decision. Did you guys like that? What do I do? My decisions. Keep that. Decision. Okay, and then, so it doesn't matter. What do I do? My decisions. And what was the end part? He goes with me. He goes with me. Okay, do you guys like that? Do you want to change it? Do you want to add anything? That's good. I like it too. Okay, so doesn't matter. What do I do? My decisions. He goes with me. Nice. Very good. I like how this has turned out. Okay.